Okay, so I promised you that I would make a video kind of explaining how to use Google Docs, so here it is. The first thing that you will need is a Gmail account. Now, if you don't have a Gmail account, I just happen to have a video on setting up your own Gmail account. If you want to watch that, it's available in the All Things Google part of this blog, so that's one option. But if you already have a Google account and you're logged in, the first thing you'll want to do, and I'm going to go to my trash because I don't have any emails right now in my inbox, and this computer is a little slow, so I'm going to go to one of Susan's emails that had a attachment on it. So here we go, the bylaws revision worksheet. I'm going to open that, and again, this computer is kind of slow. You'll notice that now I'm using Firefox, so yours might look slightly different if you're using Google or Internet Explorer, but for the most part it will be very similar. So you'll notice that down here at the bottom we have the attachment, and when we hover over it with our mouse, we have a couple of different options. We can download it, we can show it in the drive, or we can edit with Google Docs. Now, when you're opening a document for the very first time, my suggestion would be to show it in the drive. Google Drive will open up, and then you'll be able to work with the document, and it will auto-save it as you're working. So I'm going to do show in drive, and it's going to, we're going to just change, it wants a newer browser, and this is an older computer. So here what it has done is it has opened my Google Drive. Okay, that's the first thing that it's going to do. Now it's going to, at least it should, download it right into here, the main part of my Google Drive. I already have it on my Google Drive, so it might be that it's trying to put it in the same place where it was before. So in this case, with Google Drive, I can make folders just like I can in right on my computer. So here are my folders in my Google Drive. And I've created a folder for the PA Government Committee. I'm going to open that and see if maybe it downloaded it into there. No, I don't see it. Then I have folders right inside of here. And because this was a bylaw changes work, it should be in here. Now here they are. And here's the bylaw worksheet. Now this one I have I have it down 3 times, and let me go into a little explanation of why it's there 3 times. You can see this one here has a big W in front of it. That means it was downloaded to Google Docs as a Word doc. This one has what looks like a little sheet of paper with some lines on it. Those are the same document that I converted into a Google Doc, so I can actually work with it. That's the only bad thing about Google Docs. You do have to create, you can upload your document to Google Docs, but you have to convert it to a Google Doc if indeed you want to be able to work with it in Google Docs. Now, I have found that for the most part, Google Docs does a pretty good job of converting it. You don't have a lot of problems with formatting and things like that, unless it's a very complexly formatted document. If it's just a straightforward Word document, like what we're working with here, Google Docs should be able to convert it without any problem. So I'm going to click on this particular document, and this is a Google Doc, so it's going to take a couple of seconds to open, again because I'm working with a little bit older computer. I wanted to be able to show you in a Windows environment. and it's still working. We can see by the little, there we go. Now it opened up here. And now you'll notice that I can click anywhere in this document and I can do some typing. And I can make changes. Now notice up here, it says all changes are saved in the drive. So basically what Google does is it automatically saves everything as you make changes. Nice feature. You don't need to worry that, oh my gosh, I changed something and I didn't want it to be changed, but Google Docs has already saved it. What do I do? Nice feature of Google Docs is I can go back to View. I can go back to File and say See Revision History. And over here on the side, it will show me all the different versions of this document. So here's today at 10:07. So if I click on that, it should open the last save of that particular document, and it says show changes. And of course, maybe because I was working too quickly and it didn't have a chance to really save that word test, it's not coming up. You'll notice too that when I click on this older version, like this is from yesterday, it gives me the opportunity to restore it to this version. So I can see not only what changes I've made, but I can also restore it to a version that was previously there. So that's a nice little feature of Google Docs. I'm going to close that. So now, right now, it seems as though I'm the only one sharing this document. Okay, I'm the only person who can actually get into it. To change that, I'm going to go up to this share button over here, and I'm going to click on it, and see it told me shared by only me. Now there are two different ways you can share this document. One is you can send people a link, and they can just click on that link in their email, and it will take them directly to that document. The other way is to enter their email address in here, and I am going to just enter an email address in here. Jane, I'm going to enter yours in here. Now, it really should be your Gmail account because it'll cause problems when it comes time to make corrections and things like that. So, let's delete that and let's pick someone who has a Gmail account in here. And I think Judine has her Gmail account. Yep, there it is. Judine Milwaukee. I'll click on that, and I can add as many people as I want. Then over here, you'll notice there's a drop-down menu. This is where you can choose what kind of rights you give to the people that you're sharing your document with. They can edit it, which means they can make changes, they can make additions, they can delete things, or they can simply comment on it. So they can add comments, but they can't change the original document, or they can simply view it. We're going to allow this person, Judine, to edit it. Then I'm going to say I can add a note. This is just a test for my video, just so in case Judine opens this up, she knows. Or I could write, this is the document that I told you I would share with you, and those types of things. Then I hit send, and off it goes. Now it tells me it's shared with one person, and if I want to know who it's shared with, I click on share again, and it says it's shared with Judine Schulte, and I'm going to go to advanced, and here I can see who the people are that I'm sharing this document with, and I can see what kind of permission they have. I can also change their permissions, and or I can invite additional people. So that's where I would do the sharing, but I think most of the documents I have already shared with you. So when I'm finished with my document, now another thing you can do here is you can change the name of it. It doesn't have to stay as this. I just click on the name, And then the big thing is I want to get rid of this .doc because it's no longer a .doc, which indicates that it's a Word document. Now it will be a Google Doc. So I could just take the .doc off of there. I could rename it. I could say video version, put that in the back, and then I can say OK, because then I can delete it, and now it's renamed. So you can also see that pretty much Google Docs has a lot of the same things as far as menu items go that Word has. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it has quite a few of them. You can insert tables, you can reformat text, you can put links in here, you can cut, copy, paste, you can rename, you can download it, and here's a nice feature. You can take this Google Doc and download it as a Word document so that other people can share it. You can download it as a PDF. So you can actually have it on your computer and work with it there. So that's about it for Google Docs and how you can work with Google Docs and a document in Google Docs. In an upcoming video, I'll show you how you can actually create a doc in Google Docs and then share it with others. So I look forward to working with you and using Google Docs for our committee work. I think it will save us a lot of time, and it will be a great way for us to collaborate. Thank you.